Hello everyone and welcome to Credit Finance. In today's video, I bring you an update regarding emergency SNAP allotment, and we have the list of states who are sending the last emergency allotments in the month of February and then also March. And also guys, remember that the last emergency allotment will be ending in the month of February once again. I repeated, the emergency allotments will be also ending in the month of February. However, there are some states like California, Nevada, Minnesota that will be sending their last extra allowance from the month of February in the month of March. We also have an update regarding the state stimulus for those in the state of Michigan. So for Michigan, your governor just announced a new tax rebate that could go as early as this spring. So make sure you guys stay until the end of this video to ensure that you receive this information. Now before we get started, if you are interested in the latest news regarding stimulus, child tax credit, PEBT, SNAP and everything in between, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Now let's start off with the updated list of the states who are no longer providing the SNAP emergency allowance. So these states have already ended their state COVID-related emergency declaration and therefore have ceased issuing the emergency allowance. So in this list is the state of Missouri, Florida, Ohio, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, that these are states that ended their benefits in 2021. Then in 2022, the following states also ended their benefits that include Iowa, Arizona, Kentucky, Indiana, Georgia and Alaska. Then in January of 2023, South Carolina has also ended their benefits. So moving on to some pale dates for February 2023. So here we have the list of states that will be sending their benefit this month. However, some states are usually 1 month behind. So here we have the pale dates for the SNAP emergency allowance from January. So starting off with California, they will be receiving their benefits from January on February 4th or February 12th. Then we have also Kansas receiving their benefits from January on February 19th all the way through 28th. Hawaii February 13th, Massachusetts February 2nd, Minnesota February 7th all the way through 28th, Nevada February 11th all the way through 14th and Vermont February 14th. Next we also have the pale date for the month of February regarding the SNAP emergency allowance. So in this list of approved state is the state of Colorado from February 19th all the way through 24th. Also Connecticut is on this list February 15, deliver February 27. This is as always on a regular issues and schedule illness from February 20th all the way to February 28th. Louisiana February 4th, the 11th, the 18th or the 25th of this month. Maine February 10th, Maryland February 4th all the way through the 23rd, Michigan February 18th all the way through 28th and New Hampshire February 2nd or February 17th. For those in the state of New Jersey, February 1st all the way through the 5th, New Mexico, February 1st all the way through 28th Feb, and then for those in New York City, February 10th all the way through the 27th, and then for the rest of the states, February 6th all the way through 22nd. We also have North Carolina, February 22nd all the way through March 3rd, Ohio February 27th or 28th, Oklahoma February 10th through the 15th, Oregon the pale dates are February 10th or February 27th or the 1st of March. Now Pennsylvania February 15th all the way through the 1st of March, Rhode Island February 3rd and Texas February 3rd or February 7th all the way through the 10th. The state of Utah is also depositing payment on February 25th. Virginia February 16th, Washington February 1st through February 20th, West Virginia February 8th and Wisconsin February 18th. And then of course we have the March pay dates, but remember these are only the states that are usually 1 month behind. So these are the states that will be sending their benefits from the SNAP emergency allowance for February in the month of March. So starting off with Alabama, they are sending their benefits from February on March 1st. Then California, same thing, their benefits from the month of February on March 25th, Hawaii March 13, Kansas March 22nd, and all the way through 31st, and Vermont 14th March, and that's all. Now moving on to other important news for our friends in the state of Michigan. Your governor has put a proposal on the table where he's saying he wants to issue a 180 checks for each Michigan tax filer. So let's go into some of these details. So each Michigan tax filers would share in the state of record budget surplus by receiving a check for $180 under a proposal from governor and Democratic majority leaders in the House and the Senate, so the checks could be issued as soon as the spring or earlier summer is according to Whitmer's spokesperson Bobby Litt. So the total cost of the checks which would come from the journal funds would be of $800 million. He said, Willimer said the checks are one of piece of a border inflation relief plan that also targeted tax cut and credit to retired at low and moderate income workers. Now the state has a budget surplus of about $9 million after state tax revenues repeatedly exceed expectations following federal stimulus measures in 2020 and 2021 that were promoted by the COVID-19 pandemic. And then for my friends in the state of Maine is also sending $450 in tax rebates to eligible Maine residents. So remember that Governor Jen Mills said the first round of the $450 one-time heating assistance checks are now in the mail and should arrive later this week. So you want to make sure you check in your mail. Maine Revenue Service then plan to continue issuing an estimated 20,000 checks per week beginning next week, with the vast majority of qualifying Maine residents expected to receive their payments by the end of March. So there is nothing an individual needs to do to claim their payments. It's according to the governor's office. When it comes to eligible recipients are those who file their 2021 Maine individual income tax return by October 31st of 2020 are not claimed as a dependent and other person's tax and have a federal adjusted gross income of less than $100,000 if you are filing single $150,000 if filing as head of household or $200,000 for couple filing jointly. And of course, as you may know, it is tax season. You guys, here is a message that I have straight from the IRS where they are suggesting for you to wait to file your tax if you received a special payment from your state in the year of 2020. So millions of Californians in 2022 got a special check from their state government to offer relief from a variety of negative economic events including inflation. So millions of taxpayers and other states got different types of special payments from their state government as well, such as income or property tax rebate. So while those payments are likely not going to be taxed at the state level, they may be subjected to income tax at the federal level. So the IRS has said it expects to provide additional clarity for as many states and taxpayers as soon as possible. So last year, a total of 18 states issued rebates of some kinds as according to the Tax Foundation, and that includes the states of Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Maine, Massachusetts, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Rhode Island, South Carolina, and Virginia. And so in the meantime, the agency advised filers who receive a special state payments to hold off on filing their returns until guidance is issued. So in other words, guys, they are telling us to wait, right? So for those who have already filed, the advice is to not file an amended return right now. So the best course of action is to wait for additional clarification on state payments rather than calling the IRS, and I am sure they are receiving tons of phone calls right now. So however, if a payment is issued slowly for disaster relief or general welfare needs, then it likely would be exempt from federal income tax as something that was said by and Hina Nilin, a California-based CPA and tax professor at St. George State University. And that's all the updates that I have for today. Remember to turn on your notification button to know when I have uploaded a new video. Thank you and see you guys next time.